Have you ever noticed that no matter how much your salary increases, you never actually feel rich? You tell yourself, if I just earned a little bit more, I'd finally stop worrying about money. But is that actually true? A new report found that nearly 40% of people earning over $500,000 a year are still living paycheck to paycheck. Yes, really. They make 10 times the average income, yet they have zero savings at the end of the month. So if making $500,000 doesn't fix the problem, what are you missing? What if the safe number you were chasing doesn't actually exist? Science says that your brain does not measure wealth by looking at the number in your bank account. It measures wealth by looking at the people standing right next to you. This is a biological survival mechanism. Your brain's wired to constantly ask, am I doing as well as the rest of my tribe? When you earn more money, you naturally change your environment. You move to a safer neighborhood or get a better job. This means you stop seeing people who earn less than you. You only see people who earn the same as you or much more. A study on 72 million social connections confirmed that we overwhelmingly interact with people in our exact same financial bracket. So even if you earn $500,000, your brain ignores the millions of people with less. It focuses entirely on the colleague earning $10 million. Your brain then releases stress chemicals because it perceives that you are falling behind. To stop that uncomfortable feeling, you spend money to match them. You aren't buying things because you need them. You are spending to turn off that alarm in your brain. But ask yourself, why do we automatically assume that earning a high income makes you good with money? We tend to believe that if someone is smart enough to become a doctor or a corporate lawyer, they must be smart enough to manage a budget. But is that really true? The reality is that earning money and keeping money are two completely different skills. Data shows that many high-prestige professionals graduate with practically zero financial literacy. They don't know how to manage cash flow. What they do have is a sense of entitlement. After years of grueling study or 80-hour work weeks, they feel they deserve a reward. Banks know this. They look at a high salary and see a perfect customer. They offer massive loans to these earners right out of the gate. It's like skipping to the final level of a difficult video game without learning the controls. You have a powerful character, but you don't know how to play, so you lose immediately. High income doesn't fix bad habits. It just allows you to make bigger mistakes with bigger numbers. So what happens when you actually try to buy the lifestyle you think you should have? You walk into a trap. You see, companies have a problem. They have already taken as much money as they can from average households. Most normal budgets are tapped out. So businesses have realized that the only way to grow is to target the people who still have money left, the high earners. This has created a specific kind of inflation that only wealthy people see. 20 years ago, there was basically one car that cost $1 million. Today, there are over 100 models. From exclusive gym memberships to high-end grocery stores, industries have invented new ways to drain high incomes. If you live in a city like New York or Seattle, to earn that high income, housing and taxes eat most of it. You might have $50,000 left over. That sounds like a lot, but when you're buying these inflated, exclusive experiences to fit in with your peers, that money disappears instantly. But here's the biggest question. What if your view of rich is mathematically impossible? We think inequality looks the same everywhere. It doesn't. If you work a normal job, your boss probably makes a bit more than you, but you live similar lives. However, at the very top, the gaps become extreme. A finance analyst making $500,000 works next to a partner making $10 million. That partner works for an investor making $1 billion. The difference between them is not small, it is hundreds of times larger. If you define success by looking at the person directly above you on the ladder, you are setting yourself up to lose. In that specific environment, no matter how much you make, someone else makes enough to make you look destitute by comparison. You are running a race where the finish line moves further away the faster you run. Does this sound like you? You finally got that pay raise you worked so hard for, but instead of feeling safe, you actually feel more anxious. You look at your bank account at the end of the month and wonder, where did it all go? You see your friends booking expensive vacations and you feel a tightness in your chest because you know you can't keep up without using a credit card. We need to be kind to ourselves here. This does not mean we are broken or stupid. We are simply reacting to our environment. Remember, the economy has changed. Companies are now specifically targeting your high income with higher prices and new luxury necessities. We are trying to save money in a world that is aggressively designed to take it from us. It's exhausting. But knowing that this is a structural trap, not just a personal flaw, allows us to finally take a deep breath. Try this. You don't need a complex new budget today. Just start with the 72-hour rule. Next time you feel the sudden urge to buy something expensive to reward yourself, put it in your cart, but do not click buy. Wait 3 full days. Science shows that the chemical rush of wanting something fades very quickly. If you still actually need it after 72 hours, go ahead. But usually, you won't. Also, audit your feed. If following a specific person or brand makes you feel anxious or behind, simply unfollow them. Remove the trigger, and you remove the temptation. Real wealth isn't just about the number on your paycheck. It's about who you are comparing that number to. You can't win a race where the finish line keeps moving. So the next time you reach for your wallet, ask yourself, am I buying this because it adds value to my life? Or am I just paying a tax to impress people I don't even like? Think about it, and let me know your answer in the comments below.